What's up, guys? What's going on today? How's that chat looking down the bottom corner there? It's a little small. A little small. And that white on white isn't looking too good either, huh? I'm going to have to mess with that later on. How's everybody doing tonight? How do you like the new setup? Huh? Yeah? No? Kind of threw it together like last night and this morning, pretty much. Everybody see June? Everybody say hi to June. Oh, what's going on, guys? How's your night going? Overlays clean? Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it, that's for sure. Everybody spam those June emotes in chat, too. Yeah, if you guys didn't notice, we got the new Barry Gaming TTV title now, too. No more of that 7 Deadly Sins junk. Nope. We good. Alright. Looks like we were having some video issues before, but it looks like on the live. Nope, it just caught. So you might see June freeze once in a while here. I think it's just the Discord chat we're on is just really garbage. So next time we'll try to figure out a better way to talk. It would be nice. It would be nice if we could do it on Discord, but seems like it's giving us a lot of problems. So we'll see. So yeah, what do you guys think about anniversary, June? What do you think, man? You excited?
Definitely, dude. Thanks again. I just want to start off by saying thanks so much for having me on.
Yeah.
It's an honor and a privilege. And no, I'm super stoked. Yeah. Like obviously been waiting for a year. Been
Yeah.
playing the game for a little more than a year, but yeah, I can't wait. Every day is Christmas, right? We get a little bit more, a little bit more.
Yeah, honestly, I started probably right after second anniversary. Yeah, because I was pretty much like I think I had like 4 E5s by the time. Yeah, by the time Amin Ra came around, I think I had like 4 E5s or something like that. So this is the first time I think I get to like really appreciate the event, like everything about it, everything.
The community are like that. Like I heard a lot of people saying that it's their first time they're doing like four loops, etc.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
definitely in that camp. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a hype. It's gonna
Thank
be
you,
great.
Episode. Thank you for that sub, man. Yeah, I think it's like one of the first events a lot of people have really saved up for, like really saved up.
Hmm. Definitely.
Kevin already starting it off, huh?
Oh,
Oh wait, sorry, my bad. Kevin. All right, Kevin was the one that donated there. All right, gave that gifted sub up to 27. I think 25 of those are tier 3 subs because you're just absolutely crazy. But June's frozen again. No, I'll fix it. I fixed it, but give me like 2 minutes and it's probably gonna freeze again.
yeah.
Sadly.
You can just leave me. You can leave me frozen. People can hear me.
I'll
Great.
try to check it every once in a while. If you guys see it, just type frozen in chat. All right, just yell at me. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get another service. I don't think Discord's the.
Nah, because we've been having issues with it, and it just keeps freezing for us for some reason too. So for some reason my video part of it's not freezing at all, but like the right side of the screen, can't tell you why, but it is. So how's the wife and Mika doing? They're doing good. They're having a relaxing night. Let me do my thing. Vance, what's up? All right, so as you guys see, we got this nice little window here. Ignore the weird, like, negative-looking image in the background, though. That's just because I I changed some settings on my Chrome to make everything black, like everything. So, like, you go to a new homepage for Chrome or Google, it's black. Yeah. So, yeah, ignore this weird-ass image. But yeah. So we got this 2 week event going on. I mean, I know I kind of overhyped it in the video a bit. I think I overhyped it. But oh man, June froze again. It's like literally every 2 minutes. Let me check something real quick.
We're all good. Oh no, I'm back.
Yeah, no, you're back. You're back. I
Okay.
just
All right.
refreshed
Nice,
you.
nice.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm interested about the again the this card event to get the Russell copies because it is going to be a portion of it's going to be related to the, I guess, the ninth copy is the scratch cards. Is that correct?
Yeah, it sounds like it. Why did that just
Hmm.
happen? What in the hell?
Oh, yeah, I'm cards. I don't know.
That was weird.
I've been upgraded. Oh, there we go.
All right, let me try that right there. Let
My
me give
bad.
that a shot.
Working out the kinks.
Yeah, this is like the. Oh, my wife's here. I didn't see that. Mrs. Berry Gaming. All right. That looks
I'm
good.
back, baby. All right.
Oh, this is gonna be a pain, isn't it? This is gonna be a pain. Actually, this might. Nope, me froze again. Literally, as I say, oh, this might have fixed it. This might have fixed it. Nope, broken again. So yeah, June might just be a still picture for a lot of this time,
Yeah,
guys. Sorry, I
it's fine.
apologize.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out for next week.
yeah. Next time it'll be we'll use another platform. I think the Discord isn't that reliable.
Flip cards for June. Yeah, I gotta click on all the cards so June shows back up. That's what. But yeah, I mean the flip card event seems pretty good, right?
I think so. I think for both demos, right? Like you have your pay to wins and you have your free to play players.
Mm,
I think it should be good for both. Again, we don't have the details, and that's usually what DH does, right? That's their
yeah.
MO. They kind of let that trickle in slowly throughout the week, and then it's like 6 hours, 8 hours before we get the final drop, and then we'll get
Yeah.
the math
Hopefully,
on it. But I don't
hopefully
know.
Thursday we get to see how many of the actual anniversary badges we get from. So what? We can get them from where was it? Was it down further? It talked about it. Yeah. So you get them from heroic summons. What's up, MKX? Thanks for the sub, man. Thanks for the sub. I thought you were already subbed. Someone gifted you a sub anyway, so thanks, man. But yeah, we had so you can get them from heroic summons, profit orb. So that was pretty much guessed that part. But also
Yeah.
completing 4 to 7 star quests, consuming branches, arena tickets, gold. I mean, the one thing I will say is it doesn't say value packages there. It doesn't say value packages, and
Yeah.
most of the time it does.
Yeah, they do mention that. Yep, yep, I agree. So there is. I mean, it seems like they've listened to feedback. The last 6 months has been great. So if that track record keeps up and they really took a lot of feedback from last anniversary, then I could see them making it a lot more accessible. But the other question is, how balanced are these heroes relative to each other, right? Because we all thought that the light hero was going to be heroic summon scrolls,
Yep.
and then it was going to be Drake. It was going to be harder to get, but now they just flipped it on us. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
I was
I
kind of
really don't know. And it seems, sorry to cut you off, but it seems like Drake is more the quote unquote hybrid, right? Where he's got
yeah.
like a slow build up, it seems, based off his abilities. Like he might need a couple rounds to get going. And we all know that PvP is pretty, 1, 2, 3 rounds and you're done. So I don't know.
I mean,
I
but
really
with
don't know.
carries, it does make games go longer, and especially with Trial of Champion coming up, the changes with the two lineups, no 15 round limit
Yeah, that's true.
either. I mean, Sherlocks and carries are gonna love that meta right there, like
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah,
love
that's going
it.
to be a huge shift. Yeah. hmm
But I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of
DLC switching up.
it's kind of cool though
Go
that
ahead.
like so the one nice thing about this event is compared to last year where you literally just had to try to pull the copies. I think like I was saying before, I think I ended up like 7 Amun Ra's and 6 pennies. It was like I can't build either in the E5. This really sucks. And I spent money and it was just really shitty. This way it's like if you just use 2000 scrolls, you should get 9 copies of Drake and you
Yeah.
should get 9 copies of Russell as well for free essentially.
Mhm. I do like how they tied that. Like, I didn't get to participate in the Sherlock event where you got
The
those
crystals.
yeah, the crystals,
Yeah.
but I mean it makes sense now when you reflect back there and you look back at that event. It's like, okay, so they had obviously that roadmap laid out, and people that were able to whale on that event
Mhm.
got those things. They can secure their at least their one copy or their one E5,
Yeah, yeah.
um, and then they can high roll into the second one. So yeah,
Yeah, that was the big
it'll
thing.
be really interesting.
That was the big thing about that event is getting confirmation from the community managers that you could in fact swap for the I guess at the time we thought it was just a light hero, just a light ranger.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
you can swap for both, either, whichever one. I mean,
yeah,
that's kind of why I wanted to put out back at Sherlock's event. Is if you're gonna whale, get these keys. That for sure. This is the best way to whale
hmm
now. Is do at least
yeah.
one other event throughout the year and don't just save up 4,500 scrolls to do the entire event twice.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So the only thing that was confusing, though, at least for me, was the magic show part. Having this line down the bottom right here, you'll get rewards including anniversary badge and the new light hero Russell. I don't know how to take that one. And again, we're probably going to have to wait until Thursday to get any clarification. I sent the community manager some messages, but I doubt they're going to have anything to tell us except wait.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty ambiguous. It's like you don't know if it, like how it's like is it how many badges and do you just get the copy? Like if you fulfill some type of criteria, if you like five of a kind or whatever, or it's it could be anything. And that's where the last copy comes from, right? There's eight in the 40 card little mini game, and then there's the last one out of these scratch cards.
Well,
So
technically, it sounds like Russell's also supposed to be like if you see. I, I didn't see where they were saying it, but I mean, this part right here, this section, you'll get bonus rewards such as Russell, Glorious Relics, and Sherlock skin. I guess that means probably get like the Russell copy, when you get to all 40 cards turned, Glorious Relics at like 40 or like 20, something like that. I feel like this part right here probably is talking about the number of cards you flip. So I feel like you can get 8 from the card flips and then maybe an extra one at the very end. Zeals is here, huh? Nah, someone's just gifting Zeal's Ambitions a sub. What's up, guys? Thank you for those subs, man. Or it's an imposter, I don't know.
chat be trolling. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so from my perspective. So I'm just like a player that saved those 2,000 scrolls. So I'm doing 4 loops. So
Mm,
then people in my position are going to be like, okay, so how many loops do I have to do to be able to maximize? And that's like still the question that needs to be answered, right? Like
yep.
how close can you get? And because the value packs haven't been mentioned, does that mean it really is an anniversary event that's truly celebrating the game and the player base, where you have a chance to actually high roll, even if the
Just
odds
get
aren't like the best,
everything.
that you have a chance, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
saved up, you're getting rewarded, and you could possibly get, the new light hero that might be the meta setter. But
Yep.
yeah, time will tell.
Yeah,
But I mean, that's part of the excitement, right? We get these little leaks day by
I'm.
day, and then you just have more and more questions. You want more and more
Uh-huh.
details.
It's a tease for sure. That's definitely for
Yeah,
sure.
it is.
Because I mean, for some reason I just have this gut instinct. Because most of the time, I'm like, I feel like you're gonna have to pay like $200 to $400 to get whatever the
Yeah.
top reward is. Like that last Russell copy, you're gonna have to buy like 3 $100 packs to get enough of the resource, the anniversary badges. But someone else also mentioned in Discord earlier today. I don't know if you saw it, that any extra anniversary badges get converted into glorious relics as well. That means, in my
I don't
opinion,
like.
they are in value packs.
Yeah, when you hear that, it's oh
Yeah.
boy.
Because I'm like, extras? No, I just want 40 exactly somehow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, if they have like confirmed that,
But
there's a high
again,
likelihood that.
that was the speculation. I don't think I saw it confirmed anywhere. I didn't see it
Mm,
anything that like Wally put out or anything like that.
okay,
So,
yeah, but yeah, if it does end up in value packs, I would assume that we're probably looking at around 30, like maybe even a
yeah.
little less than 30 for free to play, meaning people that have saved up 4 loops and they're able to do all the tavern quests and the hero, lighting up the hero, the Pokedex and whatnot.
Hmm.
But yeah, you're probably sitting around 30, 35 at most, but there's no way they give us 40 if there's value packs involved, because obviously
Yeah.
they want to push those.
The one nice thing is on Thursday, we probably should get the information on how many of these you can do. Well, actually, no. In Thursdays, they usually don't tell you the numbers, they just show you like 7-star quest equals anniversary badges, like in their
Yeah.
infographics. They usually don't
Yeah.
go in too much detail, but I mean, I gotta hope though, just because they've been communicating so much better lately. I gotta hope that there's some hope that at least free to play can get it. And then man, I had a day on Reddit today. A lot of you guys probably know in that Reddit thread. So many people were like, "Oh, this is horrible. I mean, you're supposed to save like these quests and everything." I'm like, "Well, I mean, we've already been saying it for like the last month leading up to anniversary. Just save everything. Just don't do anything. Anything. Just don't.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
use any
I
of
I
it."
totally subscribe to that. Like if you I don't know when that kind of clicked in my own mind, but it must have been the Blessings event. Maybe it was an event
Yeah.
before that, but Blessing is event, and even I think there was a casino event where you had to do 4 loops and then you got that random pay to win chest.
Yep.
Those, ever since they got the new lead, I guess, it's just like they've really started tapping into resources that they usually don't use.
Mm-hmm.
So what that makes me do is just like go even heavy into hoarder mode, and it's like it's everything.
Yeah.
I have just regular elites, normal 5 stars, they're just all hoarded up now, and
Yep.
it doesn't like I think at a certain point from mid game to late game, you can just make that argument of like if you don't have 300 food, just save everything. You're
Mm-hmm.
not really losing any progress. Like a 10 star is not going to do much, an E3 is not going to do much. So you have the world to gain and everything to lose by, using resources. Now sometimes you're unlucky,
Yeah.
right? Your monthlies reset. Some of my accounts reset like a week ago, and
You
I
got
have to
that
burn two
itch.
extra 7 stars maybe.
Yep.
But
Yeah, that's
that's
what I was
life.
like. Just save
Sometimes it's
all
just
your four
unlucky.
star shards, save everything. It's
Yeah.
like, I mean, unless it's somehow going to give you like your E5 copy by doing all your fusions to get all the relics to then get your Horus copy to E5. Okay, then it's probably worth it. That extra couple weeks it could give you more food from all your daily seal lands and stuff. But yeah, I mean, and then it's a struggle because it's like these things have been used in the past. We have had to use 4 to 7 star quests to get currency for an event. We have had to use the profit branches. I mean, gold is a different one though. I don't know if we've had gold before,
Yeah.
have we?
No, we have not. And
Huh.
if anything, if you kind of look at how the devs have been taking the game, at least the last quarter, is that they're starting to introduce new resources, which gives you another opportunity to hoard those
Mm-hmm.
resources, which means down the line, they have every right to just come out of nowhere and be like, hey, listen, you need to do like 100 of these things, or you need 50 of
Uh-huh.
these things, and you will get rewarded. And I think that's the one part of this game that I enjoy the most is just the hoarding mechanic, and I
Mm-hmm.
understand it's very hard because the part of the dev's job is to just keep tempting you with every event, new heroes, and it's that cycle. But you do get rewarded, so it is nice to see that they're expanding resources, which means eventually some event's gonna come around. Like I wouldn't be surprised if there was a skin fusion event, right?
Yeah.
Because that hasn't been untouched yet. There's just
Mm-hmm.
so many resources in the game, which is what I do enjoy because it's complicated in that sense, but
Yeah.
they will reward you eventually. You just don't know when. So it's a struggle for sure.
Yeah, I
But
mean, at the end of the day, people got to remember it's an idle game. People try to make it their only game that they play. It's the one and only, and I'm like, nah, you gotta take a game for what it is. Don't try to take a game
yeah,
that's already built. Granted, yes, it has a lot of high paywalls to it at times, but you can't take a game that's made to be an idle game that you log on once to twice or 2 to 3 times a day if you're being optimal. You just do your dailies, save up, and then do big events every couple months. Like that's what idle games pretty much are. And I feel like the best advice for a lot of people is if you feel like you're not getting what you can out of this game or you just feel like you're bored, find a game to play full time and just don't quit. Because so many people are like, oh, I'm just quitting the game. I'm like, no, just play it as an idle game. Just do your dailies, chill, have fun, save up, and then you get your big old spending scrolls and everything. And I know like right now, this is the perfect event. If you saved up your scrolls as free to play and your profit orbs, this looks like it's going to be one of the best rewarding events for just saving. Like it really does look like they should get not just one new hero, potentially two. I mean, granted, let's just say you can only flip 30 times on this event with doing all the profit orbs, all the heroic scrolls. I mean, that should probably still net you what, 6, 7 copies, somewhere in that range of the new light hero. I mean, when have we ever had an event that gave you that many light and dark heroes? I mean, that just seems like a lot to me. A lot.
and you reflect back to just the last to a year ago, and I mean that was just horrible how it played out. It caught everyone off guard. There's probably only a small percentage of people that were able to
Mm-hmm.
really, take advantage of that event without spending a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
So it does seem like they listen, to the community and the feedback, and like it looks like the opportunity is there for people that are ready. But I'm not too sure. I haven't looked into it that much, but is there any rumors of them releasing a new pay to win artifact? Because that's another thing that might be up for grabs.
I
Because we
didn't
got
see
Torch
that.
last year.
Some people are
There's a
convinced it's
little,
the Bow of Helios from the original first Ice Plane trailer, but I'm like,
yeah.
I know the pay to win artifacts are actually a lot of them actual items from heroes that have them in the game, but I'm like, having the bow come out the same exact time as the hero just doesn't sound right. And I feel like they would have at least showed an image. Like last year they showed Torch, just the Torch logo early. They showed it on Monday, or back then it was a little different schedule, but I mean, they at
Yeah.
least showed the image. They didn't tell us what it was, but the image was there. Kind of makes me think no new item, which,
No new payment. Hmm.
thanks, Ragnarok. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Because the one thing about new pay to win artifacts is it does add an extra layer of or an extra layer to the end game, because let's be honest, end game means you have perfect artifacts for all your heroes. That's what end game is. You have your perfect lineup, you have substitutes that you can swap in based on what the meta does. You have the perfect stone setups, all the gear, you have the exact items you have. Like me, I feel like I'm still on the border on my accounts on like, well, not the PvP account, but the scary account. It's like I'm kind of borderline late game to end game, because it's like I almost have all those artifacts I need, but I don't quite have everything I want. So it's like I'm kind of that borderline. And I think a lot of people get confused when people talk about end game PvP and things like that, because it's like, no, no, you're talking about completely optimal setups here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the gap is pretty huge too. It's grown obviously a bit too because of the glitters and whatnot, the glitter and the splendid artifacts.
oh
So
yeah.
they've kind of moved that goalpost, but yeah,
I mean, the one good thing to see is you are going to be getting, like, 9-star puppets, 6-star puppets. They're just throwing food at us now, especially with
yeah.
Celestial Island rework. You're just getting
Hmm.
so much food. I mean, honestly, it's at the point Prophet Orbs isn't even that big of an event anymore. I'd actually
Hmm.
rank it number
Yeah,
3. I mean, number 1, obviously Heroic Stroll for the new overpowered hero. Number 2, definitely Imp's Adventure. You can get all those puppets. Imp's Adventure is amazing for, I mean, new
yes.
players is great because, I mean, even just the free spins, you get resources, you have a chance at a hero if you get really good luck. Like, I mean, I'm going to get a Cthulhu copy on the royalty meme team this week, and just buying the gem or the gem dice, that's it. And you get 9-star puppets, and it's the one thing I feel like I've noticed is somehow DH Games is making these events better for both the free to play side and the whaling side. Because I mean, let's be honest, in the old events, whaling past like what is necessary didn't really net you much, but now like Imp's Adventure, if you whale, you get rewarded big time. You get tons of 9-stars, tons of light and dark copies. It's just crazy now.
Those chests have been a huge like thing for the just the general player base. It doesn't matter
Options.
if you're a low spender, free to play, middle spender, dolphin,
Yeah.
whale, megalodon. It doesn't matter because having the option to have a chest that you can choose at any time, based off of
Mm-hmm.
the copies that are in there, just gives you so much ability to maneuver as the game progresses. And you never know. Like maybe there's an event like that just happened where we got the torch,
Yeah.
uh, that torch for loops, and maybe that event just lines up nicely. And a lot has to do in this game is there's something to be said about saving and hoarding, and that's probably the best strategy you can use in this
Mm-hmm.
game. But timing as well, and you can't control that. That's completely up to the devs whether they give you a great moment for you to use all your resources before like a big event like
Yeah.
anniversary and you
Mm-hmm.
still get paid out.
Mm-hmm.
So those chests have been really huge, and getting those from Immense Adventure and just having them sit in your bag, whether it be the puppets that you can choose or whether it be the resources or heroes, those chests are just so powerful, and
Oh yeah.
it's good to see that at least once a month we get access to those regardless of
Yep.
whether you're paying or you're not.
Yep, and especially
Yeah,
especially
I
just
think
the
it's really
regular
good.
5-star ones. The regular factions are amazing for people who are building their first horse or something
Yeah.
like that. If you can somehow
Oh,
manage to save the gems, do really good RNG rolls. I mean, as an extra
mhm.
horse copy a month, which means it's instead of taking 4 months or 5 months to build your like first E5. I mean, that cuts it down quite a bit,
Yeah.
especially
And
with
we see
Celestial
that even
Island.
with the Brave Trial update that just came out. Seeing, I mean, Gustin's not the best, but
Yeah,
Penny being
yeah.
available now, just like every second day, just getting a chance to grind up those dragon skills
Hmm.
to get that's just huge,
And
right?
she
Like
only
Penny is
costs
just one of the
60
one of
as
the great
well,
heroes.
just
Yep,
60,000, which is
it's
crazy low.
yeah,
I mean, that's like
exactly.
the garbage tier heroes get 6. That's like King Barton and stuff. Like, I didn't see that happen at
Yeah.
all. Thank you guys so much for all those bits and all those subs, guys. But it's just crazy to see. Now, one thing I did want to talk about is the Magic Show. So, a little warning for everybody. I know we talked a little bit about whaling here and everything. Magic Show is kind of a whale event. And not really whale event, I guess I'll say end game, late game event. So the big thing is once you get above like, I don't know what, Sealand 15 or so, you start smashing 3 extra smashes a day for those 300 gems. You get all those 4-star income. what you run into the issue is not having enough 3 stars for months. So what this does right here is for at least last year. Last year we had the same style event. It cost, I think it was 150 gems per scratch off ticket. But the amazing part of this is the 3 stars you get don't go to like your hero slots or anything. It just goes into your shard bag. So that's why every time you see me on the scary account and you look at the shard bag, I have like over 1,000 of just about every single income, or like every single 3 star, every one of them. I think I've even taken events where I want an altar hero and I know I'm not doing heroic scrolls. I literally just grab 1,000 out of the bag and alter them, and there I go. I got the stones for the hero I want. So, I don't know. What's your take on this? To me, I feel like new players probably should just do what they get for free and call it. But if you're late game, you might just want to go like 20, 30,000 gems into this. Because I mean,
Yeah, it's
I still have 3 stars in my bag, but I guess it never hurts to
mhm.
have
No, that's
enough.
definitely yeah. The bottleneck it does end up being when you get to Seal Land and you start smashing, you get all that, you get all the fours. They haven't scaled the raid event, so everyone's kind of maxed out on that last raid, and you only get so many 3 stars, and you only get so many from the
Mm-hmm.
marketplace. So you definitely start falling behind. And something I wanted to touch on was it seems like they're doing like a super altar event, right? Which is
Yeah.
going to be, I don't know if it's been confirmed, but that's going to be altar coins as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people have the misconception that they want to get the altar hero. Obviously, it's great to get a hero copy by trading in your 3 stars and maybe 4 stars and a couple 5 stars, but it's not really sustainable when you do the math. So when they
Mm-hmm.
run events like this, you really have to kind of balance, try to figure out in your mind, like how many gems are these worth? Because at the very least, you can fuse them, and then if you have an excess of them, like you mentioned earlier, you can just dump them into the altar event and grab a hero copy, which is
Mm-hmm.
anywhere from 60 to 80 relics, right? So,
Yep.
and you usually want to target the LD copies, but
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
altar event should be interesting too, and I think that's what'll incentivize a lot of people to run the Magic show. It's like, oh, I just need a bunch of 3 stars to burn off, so I can get a couple of these hero copies from previous anniversary events and whatnot. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out and where people sit. But I think you're correct. It's like people are going to be burning anywhere from 10 to 20, and the higher spenders can burn even more gems. But that kind of touches on another subject that the gem income I think really needs a little bit more loving. Like
Mm,
as a dolphin into a lighter spender, you really can't participate in these type of
no.
events. You really got to take what you get. If they give you like 20 free for the week, just take the 20 and then maybe you can afford a little bit more.
Agreed.
But it seems like you really need to budget your gems because you're buying smashes, you're buying raids, you're trying to save scrolls, and that's usually where mid gamers end up being, like just spending all your gems
Yeah.
there. So when they have
Mm-hmm.
these little side events, like even Monopoly, right? The Imps
Yeah.
Adventure, that one requires
4,500 a month.
4,500 a month
Yep.
now. So it's tough. It's definitely tough to budget everything out and
Mm-hmm.
try to min max everything. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, it does help to at least get the anniversary, or not the anniversary card, the monthly cards, things like that. But even the
yes.
monthly
Mhm.
cards, I mean, is great income, but I feel like it doesn't really start ramping up until you get to like VIP 7, and then that's expecting people to drop $1,000 on the game at that point. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
yeah, if you've been playing a
Hmm.
bunch of years, that monthly card gets pretty close. But if you're a
Yeah.
newer player, I
Yep.
mean, you're probably only going to be VIP 3, 4, even if you're a monthly card holder. I mean, it does give you a little bit of bonus, but I mean, like when we have these VIP 13 accounts, the extra gems you get just makes you be able to buy heroic scrolls every day, do your extra smashes in Sealand, do your full event raid, and still be good. Like without touching the bank. It's
Hmm.
hopefully. I mean, they did say that they were going to look at improving low VIP. So the way I take it
Yes.
is they're not going to change
Yep.
anything for free to play, which I'm fine with that. Honestly, I mean,
Hmm.
if you're not monetarily supporting the game, do you
Hmm.
really deserve I mean, maybe a little bit,
Yeah.
but I mean, hopefully they upgrade like VIP 1 to 5. That's what I'd like to see. Give them a little bit better like bag space. Give them a little more gem income if they're a monthly card holder. I think that would make such a difference, like you were saying about the gem income.
Yep. For sure. But I am excited for the anniversary card.
Mm.
That's always something to look forward to. Any big events, they always throw us a bone and like here's 20, $30 and you get some resources for a week or
Yep.
two. Those are always good to kind of just refuel because you're really taxing all of your resources to save up for these big events. So when we get these big events, you can usually, drop 20, $30, support the devs, support the game that you love, and you can get relics and gems and,
Mm-hmm.
and gold. So, and this is good for, it's kind of hits all demos, right? Because the whales and the high spenders are always short on gold, and I'm
Yeah.
waiting for them to put in dust and evolution stones and all those because those are in high demand too. I don't know why they haven't really tapped into that because let's be honest. If I was running a game like this and it was an anniversary event, like the birthday of the event,
Yeah.
I would want to give back a lot to the community. It's just 2 weeks of the year. Like you can give them like all the resources, even if it's a little bit, right? Just to show that, hey, we know we can hit all the players. Maybe
Yep.
all the players will support this card type of thing, but you know, it
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what it is.
Definitely. Oh man, but this so I didn't see anything confirmed. Thank you, Kevin, so much, man. I didn't see anything confirmed, but everybody kept talking about 4 feathers per day instead of 2 like last year. I don't know if you saw
Mhm.
anything on that. Could
Yeah,
just be
yeah. I've just seen the
pure
Wally leaks, but
speculation,
yeah, it
but
was four.
I mean that's
Hmm.
not bad because at that point, what's that 60? So it's a regular elite hero
Hmm.
copy at the end of 15 days.
Yep.
Last year, I think you got 88,000 gold a day. So, like for me, like around 270 ish level, I mean, that's like 25 million a day, I think.
Hmm.
25? Somewhere in that range. I probably did the math wrong
Yeah.
on that. But then even the gems, I think gems was what, 800 a day last year? That's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm assuming the gems are going to be somewhere in the 888 or 800 or
Mm,
however they want to spin the lucky number 8 for the Chinese culture. But
yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
it's definitely going to be something in the 8 digits.
Yeah.
Something including an 8. But
Yep,
yeah,
88,000 gold, 888 gems, something like that. And then 4. You know what? They
yeah,
should just make it 8 feathers too then, Make it a little extra, a little better.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean the anniversary card. It sounds like they said is supposed to be the same price, but with better rewards. So I don't know if that just means the feathers, or if that means we're gonna get more gold and gems as well. That'd be good, but
Yeah.
I mean the cards are always good value. It's one of the best values in the game is getting any type of card on an event.
Yeah.
But let's see what
100%
else
agree.
did we have here. I don't know what this guy was actually for. This little Lutz guy. I don't know what he was actually to represent in everything that was spoiled today.
Hmm.
I couldn't figure it
Could be
out.
the badge. Maybe it's the badge, or maybe it's just it's
No,
their
because
mascot. Or do we have an image for the badge?
there was somewhere that showed what the currencies were going to be last
Oh, okay.
Saturday. Actually, you know what? It might have been
There's
in the notes here. No, I think it was only in the Chinese version. Because I think on Saturday we got info and somebody posted, I think it was just on Chinese or Japanese. They had an image. Yeah, it wasn't here. It doesn't look like. This is something we should talk about too, but that's probably another time. That's another
well,
time.
oh yeah. There's a lot to digest there. This whole
Yeah.
week has just been everything's just blending together.
Every
It's just
single
gonna
day, starting
it's
with
building up
Thursday
to
night.
that.
Yep, everything started
Uh,
with Thursday night, which is crazy. But so yeah, the
yeah.
first week we're gonna have altar. So we get that super altar June was talking about. We get all 6 heroes. I can understand why they did it though, because for the Pokedex event, I guess we'll call it, where you light up the heroes. Technically, you do need the pairs from every anniversary. So I mean, at least they do give you a way to actually get them if you've never gotten them before. Do I recommend getting them? No. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Come on. You freezing on me like always here? Yep.
Yeah, it will be interesting how much they cost as well,
Yeah.
because can they really charge full price for these non-meta heroes, right? Because they've been scaling that up. Like
Yep.
those LDs, they come out and it's like they're getting more and more expensive. These, and I mean, we are getting food, mind you. So maybe they're expecting, okay, we got you guys have puppets from Celestial Island. You guys
Yeah.
have more loose 3 stars and 4 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you guys can afford these 8,000, 7,500 Altar Stone heroes. But I don't want to be spending 5,000, 6,000 on an Amivore or a Michelle, let's be honest.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
Belrain, we've just had so many. I mean, still people need it, but
yeah.
you
And I
know,
mean, she's still one of the best heroes in the game right now. So it's like hard
mm,
to say she's not worth it. But it's like they
yeah,
already throwing so many copies. Doesn't that devalue her in altar? Like, shouldn't she be cheaper? Like, if you look at the
yeah,
picture here, I mean, obviously got first anniversary with Michelle and Das Moog. I mean, let's be honest,
very
those should only
similar.
cost like 1 or 2 thousand. Like, seriously,
Yeah,
it should only cost 1 or 2 thousand. They'll probably cost like 5 though. They'll probably cost 5. Penny is a great pickup. She'll probably be about 5 to 5,500 is my guess. I don't know. What do you think? Same
mm,
with probably Mim.
yeah,
Mim might be 6.
yeah. Mim might, yeah, Mim's probably up there. Probably six,
Yeah.
yeah, probably six. Probably not 6,500, but
And then
6,000.
Amon Ra and Belrain probably 6 to 6,500. I have to guess. I mean, I know Amon
Yeah, Amon
Ra's
Ra's gonna be up there.
she's fallen off from like actual PvP, but she's still so essential for that Dark Sealand, which is the easiest gateway
Yep,
into Dark Elite Hero
yep,
copies. Like just
yep.
simple as that.
Yeah, Amon Ra is just high priority.
Hmm.
If anything, you can kind of use her, in an IDA team or a TOC, like third string team. Well, I guess that's switching up relatively soon, but she still has a lot of practical use. But at a 10 star, she's just doing so
Yeah.
much work for you in Sealand. And then once you get those
Hmm.
shards, these type of events, you just wait. Maybe
Yeah.
you don't get lucky enough. Maybe you only got those 30. They only give us 30 tries. But in a month or two, when Russell hits those elite
Yep.
shards, you can save up all your
Well,
smashes all the way up to then, and then try to cash out and try to high roll a Russell. So
I
it's
mean,
definitely
maybe
very
on Russell.
important. And everyone that does know me in the community knows me that I'm like just a PvE evangelist.
Yeah.
So seal land, broken
Yes.
space, and just
Aspen
getting
Dungeon
those
all
free
day.
resources daily
Yep.
is it's so important.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and then of course Belrain, she's just legitimately one of the best heroes in both PvE and PvP right now. She's just undoubtedly probably the best healing support in PvP right now. I mean, she's pretty much the best healing support in PvE as well because she gives attack buffs,
Yep.
removes
Yep.
CC for broken spaces. I mean, Amon Ra probably still outweighs her in broken spaces 7 just because of the shields because I mean, let's be
Yeah.
honest, sometimes Aspen could just one shot your entire team.
Yeah.
Eh, yeah, it's kind of a tough one there, but yeah, I mean, overall, it's pretty good. And then we haven't even talked about light and dark heroes really yet. We got Drake here, which Drake, he looks badass. He looks like a mixture between a dragon and a predator, basically, but
Yeah. No, I'm
assassin.
loving the design.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely
design is
phenomenal. 10 out
awesome.
of 10. Like
Absolutely
there's
awesome.
few heroes in the
Show
game
one
that
right.
just well, the game itself overall is just so amazing. Like aesthetically, I think that's what drew me in initially. And the idol aspect and all the other stuff came afterwards. But this hero design is just
It's
top
so
notch, I think.
cool.
It's just looks
So
amazing.
what do you think? Do you think this is the 10-star design right there?
I think so.
It looks like it,
I think
right?
if it's not, if that's not the 10-star design and it's gonna
It'd be a little
like
crazy.
change obviously and get crazier, dude, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be so lit. It's gonna be nuts.
Yeah,
And I guess part of me does hope that it's not the 10-star design because I want to see the 6-star
even
and the
better, like
and the
crazy. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But dude, just like who doesn't like dragons? And
Mm-hmm.
it's dark too. It just fits so
He
well.
freaking
Not too sure about the
levitates.
name. I might kind of get it. I know it's a dragon. It's Drake, but we'll let that one pass. But yeah, that's just the purple. I'm a huge fan of purple as well. So
Uh,
it's just hitting on all cylinders
the
there for
color
me.
combo. He
And
matches the theme
as
very
well as
well.
the hero abilities too. I mean, my gut tells me it's a hybrid hero, which means
Yeah.
it's got some play probably in Seal Land, maybe some Broken Space.
Mm-hmm.
It can do some stuff with the Flame Shrine, maybe even into Aspen Dungeon. Who
Yeah.
knows? I hope so. But like it seems like it's got some build up and some de-armor. So like you want to be in a fight for many rounds to kind of leverage that ability. But time will tell whether it's going to
Yeah,
be.
I mean, the mark can be devastating, honestly.
Mhm.
Either, I mean, honestly, when it comes to PvP, I think he's going to be very oppressive and dominating, or just not good. One or the other. I don't think there's any middle ground for him because, I mean, he could be, first off, if he's going to be an assassin in PvP, he needs a built in 30% damage reduction in a passive. If he doesn't have it, I think that's automatically checked off the list. He's not going to be a PvP hero. He's going to get two shotted. He's going to have nothing. The other part is it depends on how this dark hole mark applies. Is it from his basic attack? Is it from his active attack? Because if it's active and he's not as fast as Carry, which I feel like he might, but I mean, we're just getting crazy with the speed now. Like, it just keeps ramping up and up and up. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh, we're approaching Ada territory soon. I mean, that's the benchmark, right?
Yeah.
Eight is the benchmark, and these
Uh
other
huh.
light darks that are coming out over the last, ever since her release, are ever closely. Even the non-LDs, like how
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah.
is that?
Uh huh.
Even non-LDs are hitting those speeds that are
Very high.
rivaling or beating other LDs,
Beating
which
light
is
dark
just
heroes. Yeah,
wild to think about.
exactly. Yep.
Yeah, but the mark is actually it's good that you mentioned that. Mark is that thing that gave me that gut reaction of like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
Mark. Mark means this is great. It's like Carrie. You can toss in a 5-star in Broken Space. She'll do great work just because
Mm-hmm.
she can mark bosses. It's not a CC, so
Yep.
it's got that potential to cross over to PvE. But yeah, it really depends. How fast is he? Does he have any DR? Maybe
Mm-hmm.
he has some damage against certain classes that might give him an edge. Like they can go any way with it, but he'll need some speed, some type of DR, some type of passive ability that would make him somewhat relevant. Because if he's not surviving, or if his marks aren't able to charge up and blow up, however
Mm-hmm.
they design those abilities, he's just not going to be useful because the match will be over
Yeah.
before really has a huge impact. But like any new release, it's speed first.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's just waiting for the tap server to get the update, and it's like, what's the speed? What's the speed? What's the 10 star speed? So
Yeah.
I'm sure Thursday we'll all be waiting with bated breath on
Yeah,
that
watching
speed.
that
But
video and still not getting all the information either. I mean, the videos are cool and all.
yeah.
Man,
Mhm.
I'm dreading Thursday morning because they usually put stuff out at 5 a.m. I got to be work at 7, and I'm like, that's not enough time to do all this stuff when they put it out late and everything. But I'll probably go into work late just so I can do a proper news video. But the two things I want to talk about with the mark is Dark Hole. It feels like it's going to be an active ability. Just feels like it because he's going to apply it to X number of people, which we don't even know how many targets it's going to hit. If it only hits one or two, is it really good? I mean, PvE, yeah, sure, it's great. PvP, probably not. The two big things I hear when I hear Mark is oh, I can one shot you through Unbending Will because it's mark damage. Or two, it's just going to get purified and all that stored up damage just goes bye bye. You lose all the damage because it's going to store up that damage for 2, maybe 3 rounds. We don't know how long. But if your team doesn't have enough debuffs to put on the enemy, I mean, that could be easily purified, and then you just lose damage. You essentially just did no damage to the enemy for 1 round, even just 1 round is huge in PvP right now.
Yes. Yeah. And I mean, PvP right now is carries, Aid is still there, but Sherlock. And look what
Yeah.
he does to Marks. They designed him specifically to kind of
Mm-hmm.
hang with these LDs, right?
Yep.
And kind of touching back on that idea we were talking about earlier of like kind of trying to level that playing field of giving nice events. But these heroes now are designed in a way where it gives a little bit of play for people that can't get to these LDs, don't have the food, they don't have the puppets or the loose 5 stars to build these E5s of LD because it's so hard to like as a light spender to
Yeah.
spin into light and dark. So even heroes like Sherlock give players like that a little bit of play in PvP.
Yeah.
So he has a
Uh-huh.
mark, but where's Sherlock when all dust settles? Like is he gonna still be like a mainstay with like these very
Mm-hmm.
tank heavy sustained teams?
Yep.
Is that going to define the TOC meta? Will that be different from the CCL meta and the IDA meta?
Yeah.
But the mark is good, but at the same time, there's Sherlock. Sherlock's that little hero they released right before. That's kind of there as maybe like a safety net where like we can't let these mark heroes just get completely out of control.
Mm-hmm.
There is a little safety there for for non-LD to kind of a solution at the
But
very least.
one thing talking about Sherlock, I mean, the counter to Sherlock are mark heroes, essentially. I mean, they just burst straight. I mean, it just goes right through all the his
That
cards
is
and
true.
everything
Yeah,
that he stacks up and everything to remove all those
yeah,
marks
those
and
cards.
everything. So it's like technically it is a counter to Sherlock because then he won't have cards to heal himself back up and swap. So it's like, yeah, he
That's true.
nullifies
That's
it,
true. I
which
agree.
you
Yeah.
waste it.
No, yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard. He's the
Yeah.
big question mark. Is he going to be PvP viable? And really, is he going to be crap in PvP or is he going to be one of the best in PvP? I don't think there's really any middle ground because it seems like with light and dark heroes, they don't really make them niche heroes like they do with all the other factions. Each one of them are like, yeah, they're good here. They're good here. If you do this, they're good here. I mean, like, look at Delacium and Ithaqua. I mean, by themselves, really not amazing. You put them together, and they're the best PVE team in the world, essentially.
Yeah.
So Drake
Hmm.
kind of follows that. I don't think he's gonna be a niche hero. At least I hope he doesn't for free to play players. Me personally, I don't like assassins. Not a big fan of
Well,
Dark ever since Carry came out, just because it's like prejudice at this point. Just like I hated Light for like a full year after Ada came out too. I was just like, nope, hate every Light hero possible. I don't want to build
I
them.
think I think there is an argument to be made though. There's a few points. Armor break is kind of weird as a
Mm-hmm.
stat line. It really is a selfish ability where it's just kind of using the hero itself. Now, it's very possible that that synergizes well with that dark hole mark, where it's building up
Mm-hmm.
damage from other heroes, and
Yep.
then it synergizes very well with armor break
Yeah.
because when it blows up, it'll do the extra damage, so it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
Yep.
So it might be the first hero that actually doesn't suffer from that armor break issue, whereas Aspen has armor break, but only he gets that buff.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this hero might be the first one in the line where it's like it doesn't matter because the mark synergizes so well with the armor break.
Oh yeah,
The other thing is the
definitely.
assassin. we've been complaining about Assassin for so long.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you look at just from a kind of like holistic view of the game, it's like why aren't assassins like strong or cool or why aren't they doing anything like that's relative to their class? So maybe with the new design, with the new events, the way that Idle Heroes has been going the last 6 months, they finally listened to like the community and kind of like had that light bulb moment of like, okay, maybe it makes sense to have at least one OP assassin.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should put that on, out in an anniversary. So I think there's an argument to be made that if it's gonna be like a big splash in the meta, like I don't think many people will complain that, oh man, this assassin came out and just destroyed the meta for
Yeah.
3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas it's just been like mages and then warriors and then mages and maybe a ranger and then it's
Uh,
just like that rotation, right?
I mean,
And
there
there's
will
never
be
been a
one
priest meta, let's
complaint.
be honest. Like,
There will be one complaint, and that's they actually have to invest in guild tech. And that's a waste
yes,
of
exactly,
resources
yeah,
in most people's
yeah.
eyes for
But I mean,
one copy of one hero that you're going to put in a six-person lineup. So it's like,
yeah. Well, we know how the meta devolves usually, right? It's gonna be like, how
yeah,
many Drakes do I need?
yep,
How many Drakes on my team can I fit in, and how many
yeah.
Russells are gonna run?
I
So
mean, there might
it's
be people
like,
that make two of them too.
but you want, I think as a developer, you do want like, that design space, right? I think it's very like underutilized design space, the assassins, and they can do so many funky stuff with that. So
Hmm.
if this is the first lineup of great assassins to come, I think that's good on them because Nakia was promising. Like it was,
Yeah,
oh, maybe she's doing
she
something
has
with
her
the speed and
uses
then she kind
sometimes.
of,
Yeah.
then you had to wait for a thought to come out. Now she's not even that great, but Della kind
Hmm.
of made her decent. So it's like assassins
Yep.
have always been like the, it's just like almost great but not. And
Yep.
if it's, let's hope it's better than the Amivores and the and the
I
other
mean,
the other
it really
assassins
comes
that have
down
come
to they
before
just
in the dark
die too
faction. But
fast. They have cool skill sets and everything. They actually
yeah,
kind of work, but they get two shot. Like every single one of them, they get two shot every time. Every single time you put a
what
Naki in, there she's dead in round one. Like every single
What
time.
are your thoughts on, so that's like only a couple keywords now, right? And we all know that like Dark is all about energy manipulation. Do you
Hmm.
think they would use energy manipulation again, like so early after Chinese New Year's and carry, and try to like toss in some type of way of either gaining energy or stealing energy or moving energy
I feel like that
on
would have been a
Drake? Or do you think
keyword.
they've kind of,
I think they would have let the armor
yeah,
break be the secondary effect on something if he did have some sort of energy manipulation. To me, I feel like his basic attack is going to hit like 3 to 4 heroes and apply armor break. I feel like his active ability is going to be some sort of dark hole on 2, maybe 3 targets, something like that. Passives, I mean, I feel like he's an assassin, so they're gonna give him they're gonna give him attack, they're gonna give him crit, maybe HP, and probably like CC reduction is just like purest guess. I mean, granted, Light and Dark. Thank you for the sub, man. For Light and Dark, it does seem like they sometimes give him the fifth stat point as well, so maybe of damage reduction and CC reduction. But again, I feel like built-in CC reduction is dropping in value so much on a hero because even with the new Guild Wars borders, you're going to be getting that. You get more CC reduction there. You already get it from having Light and Dark heroes. I mean, if you even need it, you can throw in a Magic Stone Sword because it's still a solid, well-rounded artifact in the game. If you don't know what to do, throw a Magic Stone Sword on, you'll probably be fine. He's going to be a tricky one.
how wild would it be if they just gave him maybe not as fast as Ada, but the potential to be faster than Ada. Like, maybe Unimax level, you give him an
Mm-hmm.
AMB or a Receptor. Because Receptor
Yeah.
is any hero that gets released that's relatively fast, you just immediately think like Receptor can give him that extra
Mm-hmm.
boost. And an assassin being super fast is thematic. Now, it doesn't seem like
Yeah.
DH cares at all about
No.
thematics in their
I
game.
mean, look at Garuda.
There's no
Why is
assassins
Garuda a
get this,
warrior?
but hey, I would like as a fan of just that lore type stuff like that, assassin being
Uh-huh.
really super fast and just coming in and assassinating people
Yeah.
before the match starts. I mean, I would find that cool, but I think that'd be kind of highly unlikely, but it
I'm
would still be wild. I think
totally
getting a super
agree.
fast assassin.
If they could rework them, I mean, heroes like Shia is perfect design idea, where she honestly can
Mhm.
only live a couple rounds, but she will kill something. She will be
Mhm.
like you're saying. I want assassins to be the fastest class in the game, but have the pullback of only hitting 1 to maybe 2 targets, but when they get their active off is devastating. Like this would
Yeah.
be perfect if he was super fast, glass cannony, but he could get that dark hole mark off. When it finally goes off, I mean, there's guaranteed kill, like guaranteed. To me, that's when Assassin says 1 hit, KO, quick as
Mhm.
hell, simple as that.
Yeah.
But Yeah, we'll
Exciting
have to
though.
see with him.
Super
We'll have to
excited.
see. There's so we could probably go on forever on Drake on
Yeah.
what if, because again, it's an assassin. We have nothing to go off of good, so it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
frustrating. Where is? Did they actually put? No, they didn't actually put it here. We have to go back. We have to go back to Saturday. I was surprised they didn't put the image of Russell here again because they put it again of Drake. Let's go back to Sunday, and then we have Russell here. So Russell, I mean, here he looks like a badass in the video.
Hmm.
I don't know about that, but it's
Yeah.
his
Actually, I
keyword.
really enjoyed. Just to take a sidestep here,
Oh,
but I
the video.
really enjoyed those videos
Uh huh.
when they put out those little fanfare videos, and you get to see a little bit of Ice Blink kind of just messing
Being
around
goofy.
and just having
Yep.
fun, dude. That's just like I just enjoy that so
Yeah.
much. Like if they did more of that, I mean, obviously it costs a lot of
Yeah.
resources to get those things going, but I'm all for that. But
Let's
yeah,
be honest. They
Russell,
probably
like
didn't pay for the rights to those
Rangers, I
songs
don't know.
either. Being in China and everything, I don't think they cared. Having Katy Perry, what was it? Fireworks? Is that what the one where?
Yeah, they had a couple there.
No, what was it? What was the name of the song? I forget which one they have. But I was surprised it didn't copyright me because I don't know if you saw. I did a reaction video to watching all the
Yes,
clips
yes, yes.
last week, but the drums Ice Blink did is actually beginning of a song I didn't know, and that's actually what got me a copyright strike, and I had to mute that whole part of the video. I'm like, what the hell? Like, yeah, I know they didn't get permission or pay for the rights for these. We're
Nah,
just getting screwed
there's
here.
no, there's no, there's
But
none of
I
that
mean,
going on from DH for sure.
the video definitely gave us a little tip in possibly charge shot. Thank you for the sub, guys. Um, so I mean, he's got to have some sort of big AOE ability, right? I mean,
Yep.
the video show.
And
I mean,
yep.
it is the age game, so they could just do whatever they want and not have it to do with anything like his skills are. But light diffusion and charge shot. First off, light ranger, most likely going to be a very good hero. Every
Yep.
ranger that's come out has been
Mhm.
meta defining. Simple as that. They're just overall, I feel like the best well-rounded and made heroes in the game.
I agree. Yeah.
And finally, ranger that actually has a bow. It's like what the first the entire game, pretty much. Oh man, but this one I really don't know where they're going with the skill set by the keywords. Like Russ or with Drake, I feel like we have a decent idea. This one, I don't even know what light diffusion is talking about. Like, I really don't know.
Yeah, because one of the two is a new mechanic, right? Is that one of the
Mm-hmm.
two that's mentioned there? Light
Yep.
diffusion or charge shot? And that combined with the fact that he is not the heroic summon reward and he's on some side event that you have to
Mm-hmm.
collect, that makes me really optimistic that he's going to be super powerful. He's going
Yeah.
to introduce a whole new dynamic to the game like Carry did. Carry with the D energy, it's just obviously we see it playing out now, but that's a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
Removing energy completely to zero and just giving them that 10 or that 20 based off of if there was a crit or a
Yeah.
basic, but completely stripping all energy regardless of how much they have is such a game changer for the dark faction.
Oh yeah.
And this could be a new mechanic that just does something completely wild that just not is not part of the game currently
Mm-hmm.
that will shift it. And I think they're given that they've made it possible because they didn't make it so accessible. It's
Yeah.
still going to be this sought after staple hero that people are
That's
going
true.
to want for the next coming months
Oh yeah.
until leading up to Black Friday into
Honestly,
the mid
years
autumn
down the
festival or
road.
even further, right?
That
Yeah, yeah.
energy
So
drain
it's
alone, even
that
for
new
like
mechanic.
Sealand, when Sealand 21 to 30 comes out, and with E
Yep,
7, 8,
yep.
9 years down the
Yeah.
road, I mean. And by the way, at
And
least they said
the
enables
AoE.
aren't coming anytime soon. That's a positive. But so yeah, charge shot is
Yeah.
the brand new mechanic.
Okay.
I don't know why,
Right, yeah.
but I feel like the best way to make people spend on a hero would be, of course, make a hero that completely counters the current overpowered hero.
Hmm.
And by brand new mechanic, what's the mechanic we don't have in the game? Someone who maybe doesn't use energy?
That's the only one that in our current meta, but it's hard to say because the only thing that comes to mind is last year. They released Penny and Amon Ra.
Mm-hmm.
They're both very powerful and they
Countered
countered
each
each
other.
other,
Yep.
right? So it's very possible that Drake is given to the masses. He has a crazy ability. Maybe the Dark
Mm-hmm.
Hole does like all
Just like
AoE
Penny
or
was.
something crazy. Just marks the whole team, right?
Yep.
But then this Russell character can do something insane where it's like this new skill, whatever it is, this charge shot has this ability to counteract it, but it
Yeah.
will take months and months for the mainstream to be able to build this hero because he was so inaccessible,
Yep.
right?
You're
For
gonna have to
for
wait
for the
for
majority,
relics
and I think
essentially.
they can push it that way. So if
Yep.
they release it where it's Drake versus Russell in the end, I could see that mechanic being useful. But if
Yeah.
it's Russell versus Carry, then I don't know. I
Yeah.
think maybe Sherlock was that play to try to give a
To
little bit
try
of
to.
balance to the PvP meta.
Yeah.
But it's possible that Russell is just, gonna be just leagues above Drake, unfortunately, just based off of last anniversary and just the way
Mhm.
the event's playing out. Like you can't get him as easily,
You
or you might
can't
have to
get
pay,
more than
right?
9 essentially, whereas
Yeah,
technically this is the
exactly.
first event ever that even if you have about if there I'm sure there's whales out there that have 4500 or will after buying all the value packs. This is the first
Mhm.
event. If they did it last month too with Sherlock, they could potentially have 3 E5 Russells. Because typically, if you guys don't know, if you spend about
Wow.
4,500 scrolls, you'll get 18 hero copies total. You'll get the ones from the event. You'll have enough RNG luck. You should get it around 4,500. Then you could swap for him as well. So, I mean, like, I'm sure there'll be at least one whale out there that has three three Drakes come this week. Hopefully he's
That's the
not
meta.
good. Hopefully he's not good.
Max.
But Russell, on the other
Yeah.
hand, yeah, you can get two of them. I don't think you're
Mhm.
going to be able to get Russell immediately, but you can swap for him immediately. So we will test him Thursday night and see what's going on. Russell's preview on Thursday is going to be really big, like really big, because at this point I have no clue what to expect out of him. Besides,
Yeah.
besides he is a ranger and he's a light hero, which means he should be a god. Like those
Yeah.
two check boxes are checked off under the most overpowered heroes in the game.
Yeah.
Light diffusion
If
is
I
a multiple attack on enemy, so I don't know. It doesn't say if it hits more than one enemy or if it's just one enemy where he just like hits away tons of times, which means he can punch through unbending possibly with that attack. Is that is that the active ability?
Yeah,
We
and
just
that
don't
is the
know.
bar, right? That's been set. You really need multiple layered attacks. Garuda, Unimax is that new breed of hero that DH has designed where they're being aware that Amun Ra's did exist, unbending will always exist.
Mm-hmm.
So if your ability is just doing one layered attacks, it's just one proc, it's not a
Yep.
multi-layered attack, it's like you're just not gonna have a space in the meta.
Nah.
The power has been creeping slowly and slowly, and all these heroes just need multiple targets and multiple hits per target.
Yep.
And Garuda is going to be a really hard one to top. I mean, I think she's the poster child of non-LD being able to compete with these
Uh huh.
LDs because she really doesn't care. Heroes start dying, more feathers.
Yep.
Active just
And
chews through
heals
everything, right?
too.
So
So.
maybe this, multiple attack thing is definitely something
Uh
they
huh.
can lean more into. And if they did that to Garuda, now I mean they have a huge bias for Forest. I don't know what is up with
Yeah.
DH and their love of Forest faction heroes, but they get these crazy heroes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But if they spent a little bit of that passion towards light and gave it to that multi attack that
Yeah.
they gave Garuda to a light ranger that's not that accessible. If I was betting on which
Mm,
hero is going to be stronger and define the meta moving forward, it would definitely be Russell because
yeah.
it just everything just seems it's harder to obtain. He's got the ranger going for
Definitely
him. I
agreed.
see multiple attack. I see new mechanic. It's like,
Mm-hmm. And
and
really,
it
really
is
comes down to
Light's
that new
time,
mechanic, I
right? Because
think.
Carrie had her era. Sorry
Yep.
about that. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing with Russell too is I feel like they might lean toward making him completely overpowered because we are getting two heroes, which means technically I feel like in 2 months we should get Drake in the relic store. But potentially not Russell. Russell might be the Amon Ra case where it's like, all right, we're going to make you guys
Yeah.
wait 6 months. Then you
I
can buy
totally see
Russell.
that. Yep.
So the most
Yep.
you can have is two of these guys. I mean,
Hmm.
you could probably
Yep.
get him in the upcoming events here and there, but unless you get crazy Prophet Orb luck, I just don't see it happening. I imagine he'll be
Yeah.
in Prophet Orbs the second week. But again, now that you can get light and dark 6-star puppets, orbing in Prophet Orb has just dropped, like plummeted in value. Because if you're
Yeah.
hunting copies, in Prophet Orbs, you're going to be sadly, sadly disappointed. Like, just
Even
horrible for
hunting for
progress.
5-star food is depressing. Like
Yeah.
even trying to roll a high rolling a 5-star, you're just so happy.
Yeah.
You end up just usually with scraps with 4-stars, and you're trying to build them up. So
Yeah, you get
yeah,
one.
orbing there is just brutal
Oh,
now.
there you go.
Those puppets are again, they're priceless. The
Mm-hmm.
the Celestial Island puppets are just amazing.
Yep.
But
That's pretty much
yeah,
all I'm doing right now. I skipped the 9. I know it's probably a bad idea, but I skipped a 9-star dark quest to just do the light 9-star again because I know I'm building light heroes, so it's like I'm just
Mm,
all in on light at this point. I need those 6-star
right.
puppets so I have enough food because I have the copies to build the light heroes. I just don't have the light food. I have the 9-star copy or the 9-star food. I have the 10-star food. I have enough for like 2.5 to 3 E5s, but my holding point is those light fodder. And I really don't want to orb light and dark, but I feel like I'm gonna have to anyway.
Yeah.
But
I
that's
mean,
not
I'm
too.
super stoked for Russell though. The design is nice. They got that the little animation, bird landing
Oh
on his
yeah, the
bow.
bird. I
It
forgot about
just,
that.
but yeah,
Uh-huh.
he unfortunately won't be attainable. But the game needs heroes like that, right?
Yep.
Like look at Ada. Look how much they've put Ada on a pedestal for the last, I mean, year and a half
Mm-hmm.
now. Still only offered once, right? Like maybe twice. Like through
Uh-oh.
I think it was an altar event she might have.
1 second, June. You guys still there? It disconnected. All right, 1 second, guys. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second.
We'll see. We'll see how that plays out in the
Oh
coming
no, it's
days. And
flipped. 1 second. Let me call you right back, June.
oh,
Come on. Oh, good old Discord. I love you. I love you, Discord. There we go. That'll work.
alrighty. Just
There he is.
not muted or anything.
No,
Yeah.
you're good now. Yeah, for some reason I think my connection actually like dipped on Discord or something like that.
Oh,
Your free podcast subscription has ended. Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. I learned my lesson. I think what probably caused a problem is I went to Discord in like a third tab on my computer and it was just like, yeah, no, I don't like this. Nope, nope, nope. You're not doing that. Well, let's see. Was there anything else we didn't talk about, at least about the event itself? We talked about the altar. Palace of
yeah.
Eternity, of course, being swapped for either Drake or Russell. But, guys, the Palace of Crystal is not open. Palace of Crystal is only going to be open to get those crystals on non-Light and Dark events. So, I mean, the one thing about the Palace of Eternity, at least to me, it makes it so that whales can build other heroes, or even regular people if they have enough of the crystals built up. But it's probably not a good idea for regular players. To me, I feel like Palace of Eternity is a whale
Yeah. Yeah.
mid-spender type event.
Yeah.
Like, that's
But
as
it's
simple as
good
that.
knowing, like, to be totally honest, like as a mid spender, as a low spender now,
Mm-hmm.
it makes it easier for me to plan, right? If I'm planning ahead to the next big event, which
Yeah.
is I guess Christmas or Chinese New Year's, if I can kind of try to budget an extra couple, like a 500 or maybe 1,000
Yep.
even, it's like, all right, it makes sense. I'll just wait for it decently, doesn't really need to be crazy, but get those crystals, right? Get
Mm-hmm.
those resources because that
Yep.
just secures bad RNG for like the big event where you want the really big payoff. So
Yep.
it's not necessarily just like, oh, it's just catered towards the
Yeah.
high spenders. Obviously, if you pay to do it, yes, that makes sense. But there's something to be said. If you save properly and you will get rewarded. Again, it's just a resource management game. And if you can kind of plot it out where it lines up nicely with a big event,
Mm-hmm.
you can get those 1 or 2 extra copies. And if you had just one swap and we only get those 30 flips of cards and you're at 8 copies of Russell. How amazing would just, spinning just 500, or 1,000 heroic scrolls last event been if you could have afforded it. So I think it's a great thing. More resources, more ways to balance out RNG and bad luck if you plan properly and you play accordingly.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I think it's good
Definitely.
overall.
I think it's great too because you'll see more people actually building the regular faction heroes so that, hey, I'm going to build this hero and use it for 3 months and then I can swap them. I don't have to wait
Yep.
and not build the hero or build it and then regret it. But I mean, the other thing
Yeah.
is with Celestial Island rework, like we were saying, Prophet Orb events has gone down in value. I mean, is still there for food, but you
Yep.
don't need the food as badly as you used to need it.
Yeah.
So technically, you don't have to. I mean, people usually in the mid game, I'd say, no, no, just buy Prophet Orbs every day. Don't even touch Heroic Scrolls. It's kind of an option now. You can go Heroic Scrolls, in my opinion, and save up that
Yeah.
extra
Yeah.
month of Heroic Scrolls. Get an extra 250 Heroic
Yeah.
Scrolls towards your next big event. It just makes it easier to
Yep.
manage. I mean,
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree. I definitely agree.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for at least the birthday celebration and everything. I think we talked
Mhm.
about anything. Of course, you got the light up event, so doesn't seem like it's gonna be too hard. It looks like there's gonna be one reward for unlocking 10 of the heroes they want, one for 20 of the 5-star heroes they want, and then of course each anniversary pair. Which for anybody in the mid game, I'd say would you'd probably should be able to get most of them.
Yeah, because that's going to be
Most.
a two week event,
Mm-hmm.
right? You get like the first week and the second week. When you combo that with the orb
I
event, which
don't
is when the
know.
first priest blessing was. I guess Gustin was the first time they
Yeah.
kind of did like a Pokedex event,
Mm-hmm.
but the most recent one was the warrior one, and they comboed that with orb event, if I'm not mistaken, and that's a great way to
Yeah.
have it. Is give people that are early and mid game access to the possibility to branch into a copy because you'll be getting branches through the actual profit orb event,
Yep.
and maybe you
Makes
can
it
high roll
easier.
into a couple of the ones you need
Yeah.
to fill out the the possibilities of getting the nice rewards. So I think that's also a great event moving forward. They've really ramped up the ways that, even early and mid gamers somehow have a way. There is a line to take where
Yeah.
you can use some amount of resources to get some amount of resources back, which is,
Yep.
I
Which
mean,
is
that's
nice to
that's Idle Hero
see.
in a nutshell.
Yep.
Trading one thing for
Definitely
another
nice.
thing.
Yeah. I mean, overall, it does seem like the reason why I'm so optimistic that the good majority of this event should be free to play act or accessible if you saved your resources, just because of how they've been redoing. They've added Imp's Adventure, which I mean, it's probably the best event we've seen in like the history of the
Yes.
game, like
Oh my God.
the
That
history of the
is,
game. But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, they're making so much improvements. They're willing to communicate more with even the English side of things, because I mean, I know they always do the WeChats and everything like that for the Chinese fans, but actually coming back to Reddit and answering questions is amazing. They're even just posting in Reddit themselves too, which was the big thing that kind of sparked this whole thing. Is the moderators reached out and said, "Hey, will you do another Q&A? You did one like what 2 years ago or something like that. How about you come back and do another one?"
Yeah. No, I really think it's like the golden age for Idle Heroes. It really is. Um, it's just been, and I think it definitely has to be with like something related with the lead. If with a new lead, it's just it's a new captain guiding that ship, and it's really showing like the new events that are
Yep.
coming up, the interaction. It could get better, obviously, and it seems like it's just continuously getting better, little by little. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like Idle Heroes too. It's just small progressions. We're not expecting these huge overturns. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's a company. There's a lot of moving parts. It can't just like
Yeah.
180 the other direction. But
Mm-hmm.
I like all the decisions they've been making lately. And anniversary is going to be, I think, I like. There's no downside, I feel, to like appreciating and like hyping up and like being excited. And
Uh-huh.
as long as like your expectations are kind of within
Yeah.
reason, right? Like you don't want to be like just full
Yeah.
blown like insane predictions, but
Yeah.
it's like this is I come from a background of like Magic the Gathering, which is
Mm-hmm.
kind of got that same hype thing, but there's all these seasons where these spoilers come out, and
Yeah.
that's what like
It's the
makes the
hype
community,
season.
like that's
Right
what
now in
bonds
Magic,
everyone. Like
same
you're
thing.
waiting every day and you're getting hyped and you're like, yo, did you see
Mhm.
that leak? Did you see the video that guy posted?
Yeah.
That's like what makes not only the game better, but like the people you play the
The
game with.
community
So
in
I really
general.
do think that like, the videos that you put up, the posts you put up,
Yeah.
everything, everyone in the community that's contributing, whether it's on Discord, just chatting, it just makes the experience for everyone better. So,
Oh yeah.
I'm for like the hype train. Like this is a reason why like every Thursday is like the best day, or every Monday is the best Monday, right? Because we get
Yeah.
those leaks. We
Uh-huh.
get
You look
we get the
forward to it pretty
leak giving
much.
us giving us the
Yep.
goods.
I mean, you look
So
forward to just about
yeah,
every week besides, but at least they took the two boring weeks and shoved them into one and gave us Imps Adventure. So at that point, you're like, well, is there anything
exactly. Yep.
special with Imps
Yep.
Adventure? Because that's the other thing. They're not just giving us regular old events. Almost every other event has an extra event tacked onto it that's almost full free to play. Like, what was it? 2 weeks ago, we
Yep.
had an extra campaign event, like just randomly thrown in for rewards. Just log in, you get
Yeah.
extra stuff. Cool, thanks. I got another hero copy I
Yeah.
needed. Cool.
Yeah.
It's like the nice little things like that where it's like, yeah, there's still a big paywall if you really want to be competitive, but for the average player, it makes it a lot more accessible. As long as you're just logging in, doing your dailies, make sure you don't waste any Celestial Island attempts. Make sure you at least do all of them once a day. Get those done. Keep progressing. Make sure you don't make stupid moves, like, don't upgrade the engine before you go on your 9-star quest like a lot of people did at the very beginning of Celestial Island. So,
Yeah. But they're
I
getting quick
mean,
though. Like people complain and they're like, all right, listen, we gave a hot patch, like a hot fix, and it's
yep,
like you'll get warned if you
yep.
go on a expedition and you have some tech points, it'll prompt you, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're doing good. They're really doing good. And I mean,
Yeah.
I over the last year, I've just enjoyed the game more and
Yeah.
more as it's progressed. So
Christmas on
I am
especially.
so hyped though. Oh, I'm so hyped for this week.
Yeah.
It's just been building up obviously
Uh-huh.
for like the
Yeah.
last year. Because last year again, like I just started, so
Mm.
I didn't really know up from down.
No, yeah,
I
yeah.
had to wait
It
a
was the
little bit,
same. I like
I had to buy my mistakes with some hard cash. But
yep. Building a
this year I came
scary army
prepared.
wasn't the
I came
best
prepared
choice.
and so I'm stoked. I'm
Yep.
super stoked.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, all right. Anything else you want to talk about today?
Oh
I think
man,
that pretty much
it was
wraps up
great,
the event.
super fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to the chat at all.
Yeah, I
I
kept
just saw
peeking
the
over.
donations and all that stuff coming. You guys were all hyped up. That's
Yeah.
awesome. But yeah, no, I had lots of fun, man.
Got a
Definitely
couple
have to do it again
MTG
soon.
fans in here too, it seems like. Yeah, like I was saying,
Yeah,
it's hype season for MTG right now with 21 coming out, so
yeah,
yep. Everything's going good. So yeah, if you guys enjoy this, let us know. I mean,
yep.
definitely want to get more people on here too. Get maybe like 3 people going on here. Try not to talk over
Yeah,
each other, but it makes it so each of us can not have to talk as much, and then we can interact with chat while the other ones are talking, while listening and everything. But
yeah,
yeah, I mean, let me know if you like the format. Of course, we got to figure out the camera issue. We got to figure out a better
yeah,
platform to go off of for the
yeah.
chat. I
Yep,
figured out
yep.
though, if
Yeah.
on Streamlabs, if I literally just have the video chat highlighted and I don't click off of it, you don't freeze. The second I go to do other stuff in Streamlabs, freezes right up. So
Okay, okay.
fun little things, but we'll add
Yeah.
in June. You need to throw your Twitch link in the chat a bunch right
Oh,
here. If you guys have not followed
yeah.
June on Twitch, you need to go do that like immediately. And Twitch Prime if
Thanks,
you
man.
already were gifted a sub here, so you know.
Let's see. Let me just throw that up if I can actually find my own stuff.
Plus, we got to figure out what day we kind of want to make this a normal thing, because this is normally Tune Up Tuesday for me. It probably will continue to be in the future as well. So probably won't be Tuesday nights that we do this. Kind of thing we might try to do it like Sunday. If we can both make it work. Like during the day,
Yeah.
10, 11 Eastern time. That way, pretty much everybody has a chance to kind of watch it. Because I know everybody in the EU is mad that, the daily resets in the middle of the night for them. So, Kevin, once again, man.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, I'm easy, man. My schedule's totally
Alright.
open, so if you're gonna have me back, I would be glad to be back.
Yeah, and then that
Chat up
way
the idol.
we can definitely get possibly get MK on here as well in the EU. Because I
Yes,
know like
for
it's
sure.
really hard for him to come at the time like this. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, guys, go definitely follow June. Next week I'll try to work on the UI a bit more. Kevin, good lord, man. I'll try to work on the UI a bit more. Try to get it with some actual good icons on here. Get June's info below it too, so you guys can go follow him as well. But yeah, there we go. Wilbur did it for you. Sub to June. At least follow. At the very least, go follow June.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Oh man, I will
Appreciate it.
return too. But all right, that seems like a good point to play the outro. So we'll do the
Wonderful.
normal. But if you guys have any questions in chat, throw them in there right now. We'll try to answer some. June on Twitch. June_S on Twitch. Go follow him, guys. Wilbur with the emotes too. I feel bad that I can't catch these streams very much. Too much work. Yeah, it can be difficult, but it's kind of the only time I can do it. Working full time. It's like the one time during the night that I can do live streams. Hey, look at that. Even my wife learned how to use the emotes. Awesome.
This is very gaming.
Yeah, we gotta find someone to raid to. Let me look that up too. June might freeze here, so sorry. Should we pick another small streamer to raid again? Kevin, you don't have to drop a 50 bomb just because we host someone, okay? You can be careful, all right? If you didn't know, June, last time we on Fireball Fridays, we decided to host somebody, and then crazy Kevin over here decided to drop $50 on the random girl. I was like, good lord, man. That made her day, I'm sure. Let's see. Yeah. Did you catch the Fireball Friday stream at all, June?
one up you with those that handful of
Handful?
jelly beans when you were
God, those were so
kind
bad.
of getting kind of tapping out there. It can't be that bad,
It
dude.
was so bad. It was like the worst
She
thing
held
I've
you
ever
down,
tasted.
and that's how you know
Man.
you got a great one. When your wife holds you down like that, she's willing to take that L for you.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
it, man.
All right, let's find a small streamer right now. Should we pick a 7 Deadly Sins? What game should we pick, June? You got a favorite game besides this? Should we find like a Magic streamer or something like that?
Sure, yeah. What I've been doing to wind down is Animal Crossing, but Magic's fine too. I haven't watched a Magic stream in so long. To be totally honest.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, anyone with a low viewer count, they're just gonna lose their shit when 74 people show up.
What's the new one? New
It doesn't
Horizons?
matter.
Is New Horizons the newest version?
Yeah, New Horizons is the new one, yeah.
All right.
It's a nice chilled out vibe, super relaxed.
All right, so now the
I'm
next
a fan of
question's
that.
for chat here. Male or female streamer? I'll leave that one up to you guys. Make sure you have jelly beans stocked for next Fireball. Not this week, but the week after. All right, let's see. Wow, there are like literally Animal Crossing is like 100% female streamers, huh?
Really?
Go look at Animal Crossing right now. Like every single picture is a female. No joke.
Simping. Are we simping?
Yeah, I guess we're... No joke, seriously. Just look, I'm scrolling down.
Sure.
I'm having a hard time finding the guys
Your
here.
wife watching, right?
Good lord. Alright, maybe not Animal Crossing.
Oh, you're right. Oh, man. It is a lot of...
Let's see. Let's find a nice small streamer. How about 9 views? That sounds good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I gotta hurry up and pick. Time's running down. Nah, we don't want any of that emulator stuff. We want the actual Magic Arena. Oh man, there's actually a few people that have tons of viewers here. I'm having trouble picking, guys. I'm having trouble picking. Here we go. I'm just going with the next one I see. There we go. So guys, hang around. We're gonna do a raid. Make sure you get those extra channel points too. So, Barry, gonna make your light lineup a meme team? I mean, I technically will be if I'm only building light, but it's not gonna be immediate. Like to build that many light heroes and have enough dust, it's gonna take a while because I'm gonna lose so much dust from regressing heroes. It's gonna take forever, man. It's gonna take forever. I would imagine we'll turn into the light meme team in like the Light's Heaven's Army, we'll call it. How about that? We'll turn it into that in like 4 to 5 months, somewhere around that time. But yeah. All right, so we're winding down. Let's get this raid going here. Honestly, have no clue who this person is, but they have 79 viewers, so let's start that raid up, guys. Make sure you jump into it. But thank you guys for coming on by tonight. Everybody thank June too for taking the time.
Thank you so much.
We'll try to set up more, guys, but yeah, you guys are awesome, and I'll see you guys next time.